my goodness. I think this is my most highly anticipated episode in this series. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Kenzie. If you did not know that, now you know. And you guys, today we are going to be doing another episode in my historically accurate makeup series. And today we are doing an extremely exciting one. It's probably my most anticipated. I'm very nervous, but I'm also extremely excited. We are going to be doing the Japanese Maiko / Geisha. And this one is super exciting because I have my boyfriend once again, Raph, aka Metatron. He is going to be doing this video in collaboration with me. So I am going to be doing my makeup and talking a little more about the schedule, like the morning and daily schedule of a Maiko. And he is going to be doing voiceover for me throughout this entire video, explaining the history behind the geisha and going into detail and in-depth along that, and it's going to be so fun and I cannot wait. So Raph, babe, thank you so much for collabing with me on this video. I'm literally so excited. As always, I will have Raph's YouTube channel linked in the description along with any other things that I talk about. I am going to shout out this YouTube channel as well. It is called Discover Kyoto and it is a video, wonderfully crafted video of being a Maiko and the makeup around that and the scheduling, and that's where I'm going to be getting a lot of my information today. So I'll have them linked in the description as well. And if you're new to this channel, then hello, I'm so happy to have you. Don't forget you can click the subscribe button to become part of this weird, awesome, amazing family. And I'll have my Instagram linked right up here and in the description. If you'd like to check me out and follow me on Instagram, I would really appreciate it. I love Instagram with my whole entire heart, and I really am trying to grow my Instagram, so if you would give me a follow over there, I would really appreciate it. It's in the description again. Thank you in advance. But without any further ado, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Ikimashou. So getting into the daily schedule / morning routine of a Maiko / geisha, they would usually wake up around 9 a.m. and they start their lessons around 10 to 11. So after waking up, the Maiko will get dressed in her kimono and make her way to the Kaburenjo Theater. This is where she'll be taught the shamisen and other types of art as well. The shamisen is a traditional 3-stringed Japanese instrument and it is played with a bachi or pick. A pick. A Maiko will have a hairdresser that will help style her hair. Since the Maiko is still in training, she will not know how to successfully do it herself, so they will help her do that as of right now. Now we're getting into the makeup, y'all. As for the first step in the Maiko / geisha makeup, you have a really thick wax base that is meant to be used as a primer called abura, and I have something very similar. Now the abura is meant to smooth out the pores and it's meant to prevent you from sweating, but it's supposed to give your face a very smooth surface for the white face makeup. So this right here is actually a brand called Tatcha and it is a Japanese brand. So this is made in Japan. Here is what it is, and actually Tatcha centers their skincare products around the geisha beauty. So this is really great. I'm so glad that I have this because it is literally a primer that is like a putty. It's like a waxy kind of putty and it does the exact same thing as what the abura would do for the skin. So we're going to apply this here and I'm so excited. I actually love this primer so much. I have given it to my mom because she uses it a lot, but it's such a good primer. Now the next step is going to be the eyebrows. Now normally they would lay these down or even shave them off, but they would lay them down with some kind of special paste called tsubushi, and I believe it's kind of the equivalent of like blocking out your eyebrows for special effects makeup, some kind of gluey substance to lay them down because they're gonna have to be drawn over later, but I don't have anything like that, but I will still be drawing over my eyebrows later on, so don't worry. But right now I'm just gonna keep them like this. I don't really have much eyebrow anyway. Next, this is the face makeup. Oh my goodness. Now this comes in a form of either like pinkish or a white powder that is mixed with water to form a really thick kind of paint. And we're gonna go ahead and start with this here. Now I have the Mehron makeup. This is in white and it's literally just white face paint. This is as close as I could get to, you can't even see it. It's just it's white. This is as close as I could get to a really stark white face paint because I know that their face makeup is so light, so I really wanted to capture that and make sure I had a proper color. So we're going to apply this, and I'm really excited, and I'm nervous, and I'm also really excited. And I'm actually going to draw kind of like a template starting here because I know that from what I've seen here, the face makeup doesn't go all the way to the hairline. So I want to make sure that I am doing it as accurately as possible. So I'll start. And then I'll just kind of fill it in, and I will go down my neck as well. Now, it is normally firstly applied with like a wire brush, and then it's gone over with a sponge to make it more smooth.
Hi everyone, Mehron here. How about we answer the question, what is a geisha? A very literal translation would be artist, but in reality a geisha is an entertainer, is someone who needs to entertain, in the majority of cases, very important guests.
It's actually really relaxing. So maybe even like put on some really relaxing music while watching this because it's actually really relaxing. It is really satisfying. Now, one thing I do want to say about this makeup, I know that the Maiko and the Geisha do a very important back neck design, normally like a swoop or even two swoops depending on the occasion, and I really wanted to do that, but it's only me working right here. I don't have anyone else living with me, and I really didn't want to mess it up. So I will have a picture of what the back of the neck should look like right here, but I won't be doing it on myself today just because I don't want to mess it up, and I really want to show this makeup in the most pure form possible because I want it to be correct, and I love the Japanese culture so much, so I want to show as much respect as I possibly can for the culture. Like, I'm getting emotional. That is what it should look like.
They appear in the Edo period in Japan, so generally speaking we're talking about the late 18th century, and they are still present today, although their numbers have shrunk significantly. And even though in the Edo period you would find geisha pretty much in any major city, in modern day Japan the majority of geisha are in the Gion area in Kyoto.
And now I'm going to go over it with my sponge here and just kind of blend it in and make it a little more smooth.
A geisha is a dancer, is a musician. A geisha is skilled in the art of conversation, knows poetry.
Right, and now what I'm gonna do is, since we are using so much cream product, I'm gonna go over this with a crap ton of powder because I did see that is what the Maiko in this video did. She did go over it with a loads of powder, so we are gonna do that too to keep this all in place. All right, the base is finished. Now we're going to move on to contouring. And to start the contouring, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows next. And to do that, we're going to be using this palette right here. This is from Ace Beauty. And I'm going to be using this red shade right here called Red Rose, and I am going to be drawing in my eyebrows. Now, generally each person has their own style when drawing their makeup on, but it does need to be cute with rounded shapes. So instead of drawing straight eyebrows, we are going to be doing really nice and round eyebrows like crescent moons. And we're not going to have any kind of harsh lines.
And to just bust a myth just right off the bat, geisha were not prostitutes. That is a big myth that still goes around because of some misunderstandings after World War II.
Next, we're going to get into contouring the forehead, the cheeks, and the eyes. Now for this, we're going to be using the same palette and the same red shade because it is traditional for all over the face to be a more red tone. We're not going to put it everywhere, but it's going to be, you know, just contoured in here and there.
But it is such a typical, unique Japanese thing that it's really worth seeing both geisha and Maiko. Now, this is easier said than done, as in our day and age they mostly work in tea houses, and these places are extremely exclusive.
And I'm also going to take that same shade and put it right on the outer part of my eye.
There are about 1,000 geisha left in Japan, although in the heydays we would be looking at over 80,000 geisha throughout the entirety of Japan. So this was a major cultural aspect of Japanese society.
Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. I know that you can use black liner as well, but just note that first year Mycos may not be allowed to do these steps here, but I did not find any video or picture on how to apply the liner, so I don't know if it's meant to go inside of your waterline or on top, so I'm going to skip the liner today, but I will be applying a super thin coat of mascara just to the top and bottom lashes, but very, very thin, because remember, we want to keep it cute. We don't want to have like super voluminous crazy lashes. We're just doing it just for a little bit of extra length. Okay, the mascara is applied, and last thing we have left to do, you guys, is lipstick. And for the lipstick, it is meant to be drawn very small, so your lips are meant to be drawn on very small, and I am going to be using red liquid lipstick. It's storming really bad outside, so I apologize if the lighting keeps changing. So I'm going to be using a really thin brush for this, just because I want to do this properly. And again, you want your lips to be more rounded to make the overall look more cute.
There is something really characteristic when you walk around the very narrow and picturesque streets in Kyoto, because I think when you compare it with massive metropolis such as Tokyo or Fukuoka, which look extremely modern and even futuristic, stepping inside Kyoto and walking through these streets among these tea houses and traditional shops really feels like going back to the past.
And you guys, here is the completed Geisha look. I'm in love with this. I'm actually in love with this. I started tearing up as I was doing my lips because I was worried that I wasn't gonna get them, you know, correct. I think they're not too bad, but I really love this makeup, and I really love Japanese culture, and I just love the fact that I was able to recreate this and do this, and I'm so happy. But this was so fun for me to film and so fun for me to do. I wish I had a black wig, and I wish I was able to put my hair into the traditional Japanese hairstyle, but I am not that skilled. But I love the makeup nonetheless, and I think it is such a beautiful art form. Just the makeup in general by itself is art. But you guys, that is going to be the end of the video here today. I really hope that you did enjoy it. Thank you again to my boyfriend Raph, aka Metatron, for helping me with this video, helping me with the research, and of course doing voiceover and collaborating with me on this video. I'm so grateful and I'm so excited about it, but I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then go ahead and click up the like button for me and then subscribe if you want to. If you want to see the videos that I post and when I post them, click the little bell down at the bottom there and make sure you set it to all so that YouTube knows that you want to see my videos. Again, my name is Kenzie. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!